My name's Corey Roskin. I work for the City of West Hollywood and Social Services, and thank you all for being here. Angela likes to say that I'm an honorary lesbian, maybe because I can sing all the lyrics to Chris Williamson's "The Changer in the Change" album. So I think that kind of qualifies. But anyway, we're thrilled to have you here. I wanted to mention that one of our council members is here, John D'Amico, and we're thrilled to have him here. And we get to have these events because of the support of our city councils in this great space. And I also want to mention that Melissa McCollum is here from the West Hollywood Library. She's our library manager, and she's also helped to co-sponsor a lot of the literary events that we're doing. And Melissa is somewhere, there she is. And I just saw Elizabeth Savage come in, and Elizabeth is the director of our Human Services Division in the City of West Hollywood. And she also helps to make this happen, so yay. Angela's going to be the main speaker before Lillian, but I'm just going to mention really quickly, in January, we're going to have a couple of events here. We're going to have a screening of the movie Liz in September, which is based on the play last summer at Bluefish Cove, and we're hoping to have some special guests here, and I'm working with Angela on that. I can't remember the date exactly, but it's mid-January on a Sunday, the 15th. And then at the end of the January, I think it's the 30th, we're going to have a special event in tribute to Jean Cordova, who's with us today. And we'll have some very special guests doing some readings and presentations and so forth. So anyway, I'm going to bring Angela up here to do the main introduction. Angela Brinskella with the Mazer.
Thanks, Corey. Let me see. So first I want to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming today. It's a nice day, but it's not so nice to keep you all away. Please do support the June Mazer Lesbian Archives. We've been collecting, protecting, and preserving lesbian and feminist history for 33 years now. And we really are, we don't just say this, we really are one of the largest archives in the world that does that. There's only a handful, and we're the only one on the West Coast, too. I really want to thank the City of West Hollywood, and if you don't come here very often, I want to encourage you to come here more. It's a great city. The City Council and the city employees are phenomenal people, and you will like them, so please come more often, and you can come to really great events like this and then go out and have fun after, because there's lots of places to go eat and have a good time. And we really appreciate them. They support us in big ways. And they have since we've been in the Worley building right down the street since 1989. There was a story I wanted to tell you recently regarding Lillian Faderman. Now, the way I would introduce Lillian Faderman, and often do to college classes that I talk to and researchers who come to the archives, is that this is the leading scholar in the world on lesbian history. And that is a phenomenal feat in itself, but she is even so much more than that, as you will see after she talks about her book. She's a historian. She's so many other things, and you'll see that when she comes up to speak. I just want to tell a quick story that recently I was asked to speak somewhere, and it was on a radio show. Does anybody know Air Talk with Larry Mantle? And they called me and asked me if I would go and speak on that show, and it's in Pasadena, and I live right near there, so I said, of course. And then they called me about a week later, and they said, you know what, Lillian got back to us, and so we don't need you on the show anymore. And I was like, I felt like I'd won an Oscar nomination, because I was going to replace Lillian Faderman talking about this history. For me, it doesn't get any better than that. So let me read you just a few quotes about her new book, which has gotten phenomenal reviews. I don't know if anybody's seen some of the reviews in the New York Book Review or The Economist. So let me just read a few things since they talk about her book and her much better than I would. To read her is like viewing the AIDS quilt, which overwhelms the viewer with care taken in each of its numberless panels. A revolutionary would be lucky to stand in a light so steady, so searching, and so sure. And then the Economist said that about her book, the most comprehensive history to date of America gay rights movement. Ms. Federman has aptly drawn the map that future historians of the struggle will use to chart their courses. So without further ado, please welcome Lillian Federman.